Hello. So I came back really, really quick, right? It's because for spiritual baths, I have the Lead with Love, a spiritual splash, but it's a 4 ounce bottle. Like it's a little bottle, right? But it's potent, it's strong, it's very strong. And you could probably pour this in the bath water, and then it's like soaking in the water. You soak in it. That's how it works. You just soak in it. You just sit in the water. You know. Um, what is it? It's because I did a spiritual bath yesterday. It wasn't even a bath. It was like a regular shower. But I usually use salt in the shower. Like after I shower, I take salt. I put salt in the wash rag, and then I just put it all over, and I rinse. But yesterday I used eggshells. I used eggshells. I was like, something I just wanted to use eggshells. So I put it in the food processor and whatever. You can grind them up too if you want to. I got a food processor. That's what it was. So it's for protection. It's because the attacks have been so heavy, have been so strong. And then it's like to take a spiritual bath, it takes time. Like I usually sit in there for like an hour. I put the salt, I put all the stuff, I put rose petals, and I put this because this has a whole bunch of herbs in it. And it's for your protection, it's for your benefit, it's for to make everything better, for your intuition. But and then something was like, use eggshells. Like you could take a shower with the eggshells. So I was just like putting the eggshells like all over me. Like it's to cover. Eggshells are used for protection. Eggshells are used, it's like to put you in a bubble of protection. Nothing can affect you, nothing can affect your life, you know. I'm a witchy witchy vibes. So I collect the eggshells. Like I have eggshells in a bag, or I have eggshells around the window. New York City. I try to ignore the noise, but it's like I hear the noise and it just sounds so loud. It just sounds so loud, but then it's like I just remember whatever. What was I talking about? The eggshells. Like I just collect the eggshells and I grind up the eggshells, and then I'm like, you know what? I could use it like in the shower, and I just put it on me, like to cover me, to protect me, to remove the negative energies from me. I'm gonna keep talking, right? And then it's like doing the egg cleansing, like when you have a whole egg and you do the egg cleansing and you're rubbing it all over, and then whatever is on you, it goes inside of the egg. I'm sorry, this noise. The Bronx is the Bronx is not that bad if you live here. It's like you're just used to it. You get used to the noise. You get used to the shit. You just get used to it. But and then it's like when other people are around it, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, like, cover your ears, or it's like you apologize for it, but it is the way it is, and it's always been like that. I've been here since '08. I've been in the same place, and it's always been like that. It's loud. It seems like anytime I get online, it gets louder. But eggshells, oh my god, like the eggshells, like when you do the egg cleansing, you use the egg to cleanse yourself, and you throw it away, you crack it open, you put salt on it, you flush it down the toilet, you know. That's when you do the egg cleansing, is to remove the energies from yourself. You rub it all over. That's the egg cleansing. To dispose of it, you crack it in a cup with water, and you put salt in there. Salt is for purification. It's to get rid of the evil. Get rid of the evil, and you flush it down the toilet. That's how you get rid of it. But with the eggshells, like I used just the eggshells for cleansing. I just cleansed myself, my whole body. It's like just to protect me, cover me, you know? And I cleansed myself that way. I did my legs, my arms, my neck, everything, and it's for cleansing. You know, I collect the eggshells. You can collect the eggshells too, because it's an all natural way to protect yourself. You know, I have to protect myself all the time. All the time. And then I have to find ways that are not expensive, because the attacks are so much. And it's like, and I have to find ways to protect myself. So that's why I make the splash. That's why I make stuff, because it's like, it's hard, you know, when you're always and you're constantly having to protect yourself. You have to spend money to protect yourself. You have to spend money on the salt, to buy the salt, to buy ingredients, you know. So I make big batches of stuff, and I use it. That's how I do. You know, everyone, you can buy it. You can, if you trust someone, you can buy it from them. But I usually make my own stuff, my own things. Anyone can collect their own eggshells. Anyone can collect eggshells. And you just grind them up. And you can use eggshells for cleansing also. Like, if you feel all these energies on you and you're like, what the fuck? You know, you could cleanse yourself with the eggshells. I usually use salt. I have salt just in the bathroom, and it's used for cleansing. Like, after the shower, I put salt in the washer, and I cleanse myself all over. That's for purification. I do that every day. That's why nothing affects me. Like, they do all this shit and nothing works, but whatever. And then the eggshells, it's just, I never used it before, but then I felt like using eggshells as, like, to protect myself instead of the salt, because the salt, it works, the salt works, but I was like, oh, I could use the eggshells, because the eggshells is for protection. It's to put a layer of protection on you. So I was like, I'm gonna use eggshells this time, and I did that, and I felt so much better. I slept like a baby, like a baby. Everything was just so peaceful and so good, and it's just like, wow. But I use the salt every day. And the eggshells, I used it last night, and I went to sleep, and everything was all good. And I washed my face and everything, rinse it off, eggshells all in the bathtub. They go down the drain, but you know, I'll probably do it again tonight, because I want this to finish. I used a lot of eggshells, but the salt is like during the morning, and then the evening is the it's the big one. And it's like 80 degrees right now. It's just so hot. So then I end up just sweating. When I start sweating, it's like, ugh, I just want to cool down. But I just wanted to talk about that, like eggshells. You can use the eggshells for protection. You know, you can use salt for protection. I use eggshells, salt, holy water, Florida water, the splash, because I make it, so I have a lot available. So I use it every day, you know, and it is for protection. But you can also use things for your protection, just to make things better for you. Like, things don't have to be so hard. Like, these people, they do all this stuff to people, and they want to like ruin your life, and then it's like, you just have to find ways to overcome things, take care of yourself. And you know, you just find ways. You have to look up ingredients, find out what is good for protection, how to cleanse yourself. You know, that's what I had to do. That's how I learned, was looking up ways to cleanse myself, because the energies, it was just every day. And then it's like, oh my God, like, how can I cleanse myself? But you always have to master your mind. Stay positive, vibe high. Don't let the negative energies overtake your mind. Like, you know, you have to stay positive at all times, and try not to get mad, try not to argue, try not to get into it with anyone. It's like, you know what? Mind my business. That took years to sit there and just say, I don't care. I do not care. I don't give a fuck. I'm not talking to you and you and you and you and you. Nah, I don't fuck with none of y'all. Like, no, no. That took years because I used to go back and forth. I used to argue. But it has come to the point in life. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. I learned, you go through things in life and you learn what you're not gonna do, how you want to be. Like, I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to argue. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to do none of that. So I stopped and I changed, and things are just better. And the eggshells work so well. I don't know, whoever is watching, like, just try it. Try it one day. Like, I collect the eggshells because I use them to make the blacks. I use them for cleansing, but then this time I used it just straight like that, like just straight eggshells. And then I used it for cleansing. It's to put you in a protective bubble. It's to protect you. It's to keep you safe. And it's just eggshells. Eggshells are very effective. Very effective for protection, and so is salt. It's a simple ingredient. Salt is a very simple ingredient. It is everywhere. It's a household item, but no, there's no but. Like, it is used for protection, but it's something so simple and available everywhere. It is affordable, and anyone can use it for cleansing. Eggs, like, we use eggs all the time. Whenever you're making your breakfast or whenever you're doing something, save the eggshells. Save them, collect them. I collect them. I collect them, but I'm witchy. But it's like the cleansing. I do cleansings. I just try to protect myself at all times, and I look for ways to cleanse myself and make things a little bit better for myself. So if I share information, it's just to help you. So I'm like, if it could help me, I'm like, it could help you. Always leave with love, stay positive, and bye bye.